विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भांस्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरम् अहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदत्तमननात् ध्यानात् च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्ये तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् इति दक्षिणामूर्ति स्तोत्र. We'll now do Gita Dhyanam. Following Gita Dhyanam, we'll get into the Bhagavad Gita. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Graditam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Fullaravinda Tapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraika Panaye Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Mritaduhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamritam Mahate Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramarthanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Bhishmadrona Tata Jayadvrata Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Bahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavairananadi Kaivartaga Keshavaha Parasharya Vachasaroja Mamalam Gitarthagandotkatam Nana Kyanaka Kesaram Harikata Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpatairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamshina Shreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadai Gayanti Yam Samagha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Panasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om. We will now go into chapter 8 of the Bhagavad Gita. If you have the books with you, good. Please just listen, doesn't matter. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Akshara Brahma Yogo Nama Ashtamodhyayaha Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. We will be doing from verse number 19. We'll chant a couple of verses before that. We will chant from verse number 17. I'll chant it slowly so that people who want to pick up can try and pick it up. Sahasrayuga Paryantam Sahasrayuha Paryantam Arhayat Brahmano Viduhu Arhayat Brahmano Viduhu Aharyat Brahmano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Te horatra vido janaha. Verse number 18. Avyaktadyактayas sarvaha. Avyaktadyактayas sarvaha. Prabhavantyah ragame. Prabhavantyah ragame. Ratragame praliyante. Ratragame praliyante. Tatraiva vyakta sangyake. Tatraiva vyakta sangyake. Verse number 18. The essence of this verse, the essence of this chapter is the teacher, Sri Krishna, is highlighting the difference between karma and upasana. When we say karma, one performs various rituals for accomplishing various ends. So these rituals are means for accomplishing various ends in life. The ends in life are categorized into artha, kama, and dharma. Artha is material security. Kama is security, inner sense of security, or entertainment, or well-being. Dharma, doing what is proper, or ethics, or whatever you choose to call. So karma for this purpose. There are sections in the Vedas which tell you how to offer certain yagyas. That means the Vedic Purva Mimamsa, the Karma Kanda of the Vedas, give you various means. It talks about various means and various ends. So you want to achieve certain ends. The Purva, the first part of it, okay, the Karma Kanda talks about known means, known ends. You want to achieve something known, like property, children, what do you call, for other things, good things in life. They are called known ends. For that, you have got known means. So how to achieve it in a known manner? Everybody follows. Okay? Or you want to make a lot of money, you have to work. You want to make a rajyam, you have to fight. You want to expand your kingdom. I'm trying to increase the volume. It is in maximum volume. I'll try to speak a little louder, but I see if your computer also has a problem. Just increase the volume, receiving volume. Okay. So means what should I do to achieve the end? So known means I want money, I have to work for it. I want rajyam. I want to, what do you call, conquer other kingdoms. I have to fight for it. I have to become the Raja of this country, Prime Minister of this country. I have to stand for elections. So these are called known means for known ends. Okay. Sometimes you have to use unknown means for known ends. For example, you want children, progeny. You have a lot of known means, medical and things like that. Now, in spite of all this, you are not getting progeny. So what will you do? There is an unknown means. What is unknown means? Do putra kama ishti. Putra kama ishti. So, desiring a putra, you do a yagam, a homa, a ritual, a fire ritual. It is called putra kama ishti. Dasharatha did putra kama ishti and he had 4 sons. Okay. You want to become the conqueror of the world, then you have to do a yaga called Rajasuya Yaga. If rain is not coming, you don't have sufficient rains. They say do Varuna Japa. So unknown means for known ends. Okay. Now, let us look at unknown ends. You want to see, go and settle down in Swargaloka. Known end. Do you know anybody who has settled in Swargaloka? No. So it is an unknown end. What is the known means? Do a lot of paropakara, annadana you do. Okay, and then you do what you call, feed crows, grow plants. So if you do, these are known means for unknown ends. Then there are unknown means for unknown ends. For going to Swargaloka, you can do a yagam here. You can do a fire ritual. It will take you to Swargaloka. So the first portion of the Vedas cover all this. This is called Karma Kanda. So in this chapter, Sri Krishna is covering Karma Kanda versus Upasana. Upasana means the person who does Upasana. Upa asana. Upa means near. Asana means sit. One who wants to sit or approach Ishvara for the purpose of Ishvara himself. I want Sayujya with Ishvara. I want Samipyam with Ishvara. I want to be close to Ishvara. I want to be one with Ishvara. So that is called Upasana. And the Karma Kanda is for what? Is for benefits. So he is actually comparing karma versus upasana. So that's what he is explaining. And the teacher says, what is the problem with karma? The problem with karma is it comes with threefold limitations. I mean, karma phala. It comes with threefold limitations. So what is the first issue with karma? Karma is in your hands. Phala is not in your hands. Karmani eva adhikaraha te ma phaleshu kadachana. It doesn't say do not expect results. It only says results are not in your hands. I have put full volume here. You have put full volume on your side. Our karma is there. But can you do anything about the phalam? Karma phalam is not in your hands. It is on the instability of the internet. Who knows? So karmani eva adhikaraha te ma phaleshu kadachana. You do not have control over results. Okay, that is defect number, problem number. I won't call it I got dosha. Let's call it a defect. So when you are doing a karma and expecting results, this is defect number one. Results will not be up to your expectations. Results can be what you expect, more than what you expect, less than what you expect, right the opposite. You can have 4 types of results. Dosha number 1. What is dosha number 2? The result that you get will be sukha dukha mishritatvam. That means the phal that you get for your action will have a mixture of sukham and dukkham. It will come together. Like you are running a fever. You pop a pill. Temperature will come down. Along with that, what will happen? What dukkham will come? Your energy level will also go down. You will have some side effects. Okay? So you will get something, the pleasure will be there, the pain will also come. Sukha dukkha mishritatvam. Point number 2, atripti karam. It will always be below expectation. Always, whatever you do, you will find that it is, I could have been better. Or the happiness that you get out of the result will wear off in minutes, in seconds. Even as you are enjoying the whole thing, gone. So it is atripti karam. Third one, bandhakatvam. It is addictive. You will want repeatedly the same thing again or higher. I got level 1, now I want level 2. I want level 2, now I want level 3. So this is the dosha of karma based. It is called sakama karma. You want some results for which you are using Ishvara. It is not that you are working on you. You are praying to Ishvara. Ishvara, help me. I will do this, Ishvara. You please help me. So you are using Ishvara as an instrument to achieve things in life. This is the defect. Krishna points out certain problems with karma. So what do we want really in life? Tomorrow I will be better off, stronger, more money, more facilities. A lot of people from India want to migrate and go to another country and settle down. Why? Better facilities. Some people say, I don't like the political atmosphere here, as though political atmosphere there is very good. So, I don't like the atmosphere here. I don't like it here. Some people, I don't like the narrow-minded people here. I said, go there, find out what kind of broad-minded people you have. So, you are looking for something physically better. Better surroundings, cleaner surroundings, less crowd. Okay, that's something you're looking for. Then you are looking for better quality. I mean, yeah, one is better facility, standard of living. Other is better quality of life. Water supply is not a problem. Okay, then current supply is not a problem. You don't have to stand in ration lines and things like that. So you are looking for better quality life. Medical facilities are better. Okay. So you go to another country and settle down. Will everything be perfect there? Same thing will happen. Sukha dukha mishra tattvam. What you can freely do here, you cannot do there. Here you eat popcorn, pack it outside. Somebody will bring it back to you and say 500 pounds, fine. You can't drive just as you please. If you break the traffic light 3 times, your driving license will have one clipping. Like that, 3 license means your 3 such punches means your driving license suspended for 3 years. Strict rules. Like in India, jogad mein nahi chalta hai. So, sukha dukha mishra tattvam. Atripti karam. Like people, people who live in Mylapore area of Chennai. They'll say, oh my God, music season is wonderful. Street food is wonderful. All that you won't get. So you will have atripti karam. Bandhakatvam, you will want better quality life and you will never be able to stand it when you come here. You'll say, you are so hot, as though he was born only in cold climate. So this is change of place will perhaps give you something, but will not give you everything. Now, our Vedic heritage talks about not just another country. It talks about a different loka. Okay, that means another place. Loka means lokyate anena iti loka. Loka means a field of experience. Another loka. What loka? Swarga loka. So you have 7 lokas. This is called Bhuloka. You have Bhuvaloka, Suvaloka, Om Bhuhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Ganaha, Om Tapaha. There are 7 lokas. And you also have lokas below. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, going right up to Patala. So the lokas on the higher plane are supposed to be pleasurable fields of experience. The lokas at the lower side are called unpleasant, painful fields of experience. You can go to both. Okay. You can do certain karma and go to Pitraloka. You can go to certain karma and go to Swargaloka. You can go to certain karma and go to Gandharva Loka. And he says, the teacher says, the ultimate that you can go to is Brahmaloka. And what is this Brahmaloka and who is in charge of Brahmaloka? Brahmaloka in charge is Brahmaji, Chaturmukha Brahmaji. He is in charge. Okay. And what is the Chaturmukha Brahmaji's lifetime? We'll see. Brahmaji's lifetime is millions of years, not billion, trillions of years. The teacher says, at some point of time, that also will have to come to an end. And when that position goes, you will come back to Martyaloka. Martyaloka means you will come back to Bhuloka. So you are abroad. They say, all Indians go back. We don't want you. Where will you go? Imagine what happened in 1990, what happened in the 80s. Indians were told from one country, Kuwait, Bhago. All of them came back to India. There they were saying, royally we were living. Here they started managing in one bedroom, half bedrooms. So you have to come back. After Brahmaloka experience is over, you will have to come back to Bhuloka. Shine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. You will have to come back to this loka. That is the limitation of karma. When you don't seek Ishvara, you seek benefits through Ishvara. Once the benefit punyam is over, you have to come back here. So we will see how it happens. And his teacher explains. He says, how is Brahma's life? How long is Brahma's life? Kitni lambi hai? Our human life is how much? 100 years. So our life, 360 years of our life, human life, is considered one Divya Varisha. Okay? Like that, 1200 Divya Varisha is equal to Kali Yuga. 2400 Divya Varisha is equal to Dwapara Yuga. 3600 Divya Varsha is equal to Treta Yuga. 4800 such years is equal to Satya Yuga. So 4800 plus 3600 plus 2400 plus 1200, 12,000 Divya Varsha is considered to be one Chatur Yuga. Okay, let's see some more. Interesting. Don't ask me whether you have seen all this. It's there in the books. And we accept the book as Pramana. For me, I got Shraddha. 71 such Chatur Yuga. 12,000 Divya Varsha. 71 such years make one Manvantara. At the beginning of the Manvantara, there will be a Manu. And the Manu will have his female counterpart, Shatarupa. Now you know where Adam and Eve have come from. Manu and Shatarupa. And they will be in charge of creating the pairs, the opposite sexes in entire Srishti. Like that, there will be 14 Manus. Okay? And 71 such, 14 Manvantaras, so many Manvantaras will make one day of Brahma, and that is called a Kalpa. One daytime, 12 hours, 6 to 6. And a similar number of years, Divya Varsha, another Manvantara, so many years, will make one more Kalpa, night time of Brahma. Like that, Brahma will live for 100 years. Imagine, mind-boggling figure. At the end of that, what will happen? Brahma's position will go. Brahma is not a person. He is another Jiva occupying a prime position. Brahma is a position. Yama is a position. Indra is a position occupied by Jivas. You and I can also go. If you have the right kind of Punyam, you and I can be Brahmas. You have to reach there. And imagine you are in a very powerful post. How do you feel during retirement? How do you feel 1 or 2 years before retirement? So when Brahmaji will also feel insecure, remember, when the position is going. So even the highest position is finite. That's what the teacher wants to drive home. And he also says how the whole thing works. Okay, he says, verse number 18 we saw, from the avyakta, from the unmanifest, the manifest projects forth. Avyaktat vyaktayah sarva prabhavanti ahar agami. So when Brahma's daytime starts, the entire Srishti will unfold. Then Ratriagami, the moment Brahma's night time comes, when Brahma goes to sleep, the entire Srishti goes into unmanifest. Okay. Mind you, when we are studying all this, it calls for a certain level of sukshmatvam. It is called a certain level. In our level, we have to understand it because it goes up several levels of understanding. So our understanding is, let us take our dream. When does the dream come? Aharagam. Ratriagami. Your dream, when you go to sleep, the dream comes out. The dream loka comes out. When you wake up, where does the dream go? Into you. So, it is there inside you in a potential form that is called avyakta. It comes forth vyakta. So, you ask me, there is a mango. Where did the mango come from? The seed. Where did the seed come from? Mango. You go into an infinite loop. How did the mango come from the loop, from that seed? The mango was in the seed in a potential avyakta state. Put it in the soil, fertilize it, give it the right condition, it comes forth. Okay? Let's take anybody's date of birth. Somebody was born, let's say on the 1st of January 1950. Where was the person before 1st January 1950? Fetus. 273. Where was he 300 days before? Where was he 500 days before? Huh? The answer is beautifully stated here. The person was unmanifest, avyakta. When certain situations came together, vyakta, it issued forth. Similarly, a time will come when the whole thing will become unmanifest. And this cycle keeps happening. Verse number 19 we read. Bhutagramasa evayam. Bhutagramasa evayam. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. Once more. Bhutagramasa evayam. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. Once more. Bhutagramasa evayam. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. Ratragame avashah partha. Ratragame avashah partha. Prabhavat aharagame. Prabhavat aharagame. Beautifully said. Bhutagrama. Bhutagrama means the entire srishti of jivas, of living beings, not just humans. Living beings, plants, insects, reptiles, animals, humans, devas, rishis, gandharvas, They are all jivas, they are all living beings, not visible to the eye, not visible to the senses. But you can't say they don't live. Okay? So the entire world of living beings, Bhutagrama, Bhutva, Bhutva, it keeps coming again and again and again. When Prabhavati, okay, Ahar Agame, during daytime of Brahma. During the daytime of Brahma, these things keep happening again and again and again. There'll be many cycles within the cycle. At the end of Kali Yuga, there will be a cycle will end and it will start again. At the end of Satya Yuga, there will be an end. Similarly, at the end of a Chatur Yuga, there will be an end. At the end of a Manvantara, it will end. But when Brahmaji's night time comes, it is called Mahapralaya. Everything will go into unmanifest condition. And when it goes to unmanifest condition, everything will be in Laya Praliyante. There will be a Mahapralaya, meaning everything will go into a hibernation. Let's understand. When you are awake, ask you, give me your resume. So and so and so, so and so, so and so, retired, and I've done this, I've done this. 5-page rituals. I mean, I've got a CV. Okay. Now, what happens? There are so many doctors here. There are so many engineers here, accountants, bankers. What happened to all of them when you go to sleep? क्या होता है? Liyate. Everyone goes to sleep. All the roles you play, father goes to sleep, son goes to sleep, husband goes to sleep. Everything goes into a laya. And when you wake up in the morning, what happens? All these characters come out. Bhutva, and it happens day after day after day after day. Bhutva, Bhutva, Bhutva. Keeps happening. Bhutva, Bhutva, it happens. Achha. He very beautifully says, the Prabhavati happens avashaha. Avashaha. Yeah, what a beautiful word. Okay, let's say somebody doesn't like the role of a samsari. I don't like the certain roles that I play. All of us have the certain roles that I'm playing. I don't like them. Now I go to sleep. Can I decide tomorrow morning that I won't play that role? Yeah, some roles you can decide you won't play. Let's take a role which in which you avashaha helplessly. Can you decide from tomorrow I won't play grandfather's role? Many people will say I don't want to play husband's role from tomorrow. Can you do that? So avashaha, it keeps happening, happening, happening. So you have to understand something very important here. A lot of us ask a question. When did the first creation start? Vedic heritage is not linear, it is cyclical. In a cyclical srishti, which is the beginning point? In a linear thing, you can say this is the beginning point, this is the end point. In a cyclical thing, where is the beginning point, where is the end point? So what was there before Satya Yuga? Kali Yuga. Before Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. Before Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga. Before that, Satya Yuga. What will come after Kali Yuga? Satya Yuga will come. Cycle, keep happening, keep happening, keep happening. Bhutva, Bhutva, Bhutva. It will happen every Chatur Yuga. It will happen a bigger scale in every Manvantara. It will happen in a total scale during a Kalpa, one day of Brahma. And one night of Brahma, the whole thing will go unto Laya. Like it happens in our life every day. This is to be understood in this level. It keeps happening. So why is he saying that? So if you do a karma and you end up in Brahma Loka, At some point of time, your Brahma position will go. Anything finite will go. Anything finite has a knack of leaving you without notice and unreliable. When it will go, how it will go, why it will go, no knowledge at all. Two people are so close like that. So I asked them, what happened to your ex? They say, X has become X. I don't know why. There's a problem. Is it not? It takes moments. One change of expression, it will go. One word, everything can end. So, including the Brahma position is insecure. The teacher is driving home a point here that if you are going to lean on Artha Kama for your emotional well-being, you are asking for trouble. Because it is unpredictable, unreliable, it can leave without notice. And if your emotional well-being is pegged on the anatma, is pegged on the finite, how can you ever be peaceful, happy, and secure? Anytime it can go. That's a point they are trying to drive home. That the karma marga, you can follow. Nobody says don't do it, but understand the limitations. There's one dabba I purchased. There's a statutory warning in that dabba. There's a statutory warning. Karma marga, including Brahma position, is subject to market risk. Subject market risk. As opposed to that, the teacher is giving you another marga. He says it's a upasana marga. And what is that upasana marga? We will reach that. Okay? So he says, Paras tasmatu bhavonyah, Paras tasmatu bhavonyah, Vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha, Vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha. Once more, Paras tasmatu bhavonyah, Vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha. One line, once more. Paras tasmatu bhavonyah, Vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha. Yasa sarveshu bhuteshu, Nashyatsu na vinashyati, Nashyatsu na vinashyati. Whole verse. Paras tasmatu bhavonyah, Vyakto vyaktas sanatanaha, Yah sarveshu bhuteshu, Nashyatsu na vinashyati. Here, look at the words here. Tu, but, tasmat, in this changing finite patterns, the pattern of changes in that what do you call it? In this maelstrom of changes, if you can use that word, in the maelstrom of changes, where from the unmanifest, the manifest comes, and the manifest goes back into the unmanifest. Okay, manifest, unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest. Unmanifest, manifest, manifest. Unmanifest, manifest. Yeah, this cycle goes on. He says, understand that there is one more entity. Okay, that entity is Sanatana. Sanatana means timeless, beginningless, and that people want to destroy. Sanatana, timeless, beginningless, Sanatana. And what is that Sanatana? Sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu. When all the srishti becomes unmanifest, as though destroyed, na vinashyati. does not get destroyed. Yeah. So there are three entities. One, the manifest, entity number one. It comes from the unmanifest, entity number two. Now, both the unmanifest and the manifest, and the manifest and the unmanifest, have their being on entity number three. And that entity never gets destroyed. And that entity is Ishvara. So if you are going to Brahmaloka, it will end. But Upasana, if you use Upasana, you say, I don't want Brahmaloka, I want Ishvara. Then it does not come to an end. Okay, this does not come to an end. Is something like that possible? Or is it just theory? There is a waking state. There is a dream state. And there is one more state where you say, I had a dreamless sound sleep, did not know anything. Waking, entity one. So waking, and then your waking state. I'm taking the dream state as entity one, and the deep sleep state as entity two. Who is the person who says, I slept well? Who? Huh? Even when in the deep sleep, when all faculties are gone into a laya, there is one Chaitanya Tattvam, Atma, which never ever goes to sleep. That entity you are. That's what Vedanta comes and says. When I say I am a conscious being, I am that entity. My identity is with this Nashya Sharira. My identity is with Nashya thoughts. The relationships are all here. No, there is no relationship here. All relations are here. My identification is with this. All of them will have to end someday. And when they end, and if you are leaning on that, there'll be pain. But if you are not leaning on that, okay, they say you go to an exhibition, okay, you see a beautiful, a lovely Rolls-Royce car made out of cardboard. Can you take a test drive? You see a beautiful chair there, wooden, a cardboard chair. Can you sit on it? So this Anatma Srishti is Mithya Srishti, does not have the capacity to give you happiness because it itself borrows happiness from Atma. So he says third entity. Okay, go to verse number 21. It says, Avyaktotshara ityuktah Avyaktokshara ityuktah Tamahuh paramam gatim. Tamahuh paramam gatim. Once more. Avyaktokshara ityuktah Tamahuh paramam gatim. Once more. Avyaktokshara ityuktah Tamahuh paramam gatim. Yam prapyana nivartante. Yam prapyana nivartante. Tadhama paramam mama. Tadhama paramam mama. Whole line. Yam prapyana nivartante. Tadhama paramam mama. Yam prapyana nivartante. Tadhama paramam mama. So, once more, the whole verse. Avyaktokshara ityukta tamahuh paramam gatim yam prapyana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. So from karma, the teacher is taking you to upasana. So the vyakta, avyakta are all said. Okay. there is an entity number 3, as though, don't look for third entity, you will never find it. As though there is an entity, there are certain subtle things here which we will see in due course. That if you say, where is the third entity? There is no third entity. As though there is a third entity. It is Akshara. Akshara. Shara means that which is degenerates. Akshara is that which does not degenerate. Akshara. Uktaha. It is stated to be Akshara. All your qualifications, everything are going into Laya. Next morning they rise. Even that unmanifest condition, there is one entity which is aware. There is an awareness which says, I went to sleep yesterday, I woke up this morning, I have not forgotten anything. If these were not connected, you know what would happen? I would be explaining verse 21 today. Next week, I'll have to start with where I went to know where I would like. The continuity is beautifully maintained. And there is an entity which is aware of this connectivity. That is the awareful whole, Akshara. And here Krishna says that Akshara is Ishvara. And reaching Ishvara is the Paramam Gati. Perhaps reaching, there can be nothing better than Ishvara because permanent. You want permanent peace, security, and happiness? Hold on to Ishvara because anything else is also shaky. Anything else is also shaky. They are also all unshaky. It is like, you go for swimming and you say, I am drowning, help somebody. That fellow is also insecure. I am feeling insecure. So what do you do? Get married to another insecure fellow so that you together can run an insecure life. Then have more children because we are feeling insecure, have children. So more insecure. It's not against marriage or anything like that. But the purpose of marriage should be very clear. So there is a Akshara. That Akshara is Paramam Gatim. It is said like that. Why it is using the word Ahuhu? Because he knows they are all doubting Tamases. They are all doubting Tamases and knowledge is not steady. Very often say, my Guruji used to say, chappal on, knowledge gone. Because you are in the classroom. Once the teacher leaves, you wear your chappal, knowledge gone. Unsteady. Why it's unsteady? Because preoccupation. What is your preoccupation? Suppose I run the class for another half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour. 17 people only I will be left. Why? Dinner. How can 1 hour you have kept this instrument away from you? Big thing. Then you even now many people are checking side by side. Preoccupation. So, Yaf Prapya, having gone and got it, na Nivartante, you don't come back to Martyaloka. You will be permanently with Ishvara. Good idea, na? So, by karma, doing karma, you can reach Brahmaloka maximum. And by your karma, you can become Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, maximum. All are becoming. And all those becoming are finite. एक ना एक दिन खत्म हो जाएगा. And once it goes, the bigger the position, the higher the pain. Hey, you retire as some ordinary fellow, no pain at all. You retire, it happens in real life. I have seen it happen. Somebody retires from very senior position in a company. And he was occupied that position for the last 10 to 15 years. He has never paid internet bill. He has never paid telephone bill. He has never paid electricity bill. He has never purchased petrol. He has never paid for servants. He lived in a royal house, except perhaps buying provisions, which also he did not do. He has never paid for anything in life. Now he retires. So somebody comes and says, sorry, electricity bill due, sir. How much? 8,000 rupees. He never knew the bill was so much. If you run a house full of air conditioning, where will you go? Where will you pay the bill? How will you pay the bill? Internet, you have got 4 internet connections. Cut. What about my driver? You have to pay driver salary now. Company won't pay. So the higher the position from which you retire, more will be the pain. Remember that. That's what Ishvara drives home. Whereas he says, if you go beyond all these positions and reach me, Paramam Gatim, Ishvara. What is Ishvara? Take it as Krishna, take it as Parameshwara, take it as Maheshwara, take it as Mahavishnu. If you hold on to me and reach me, Paramam Gatim, Tad Dhama, that is Paramam, that is my place. Okay, from that Dhama, na nivartante, yam prapya, na nivartante. So, abhi say your goal should be very, very clear. What is it that you want? Brahmaloka? You want Brahmaji position? No harm, but understand the limitations. But you want permanent peace, security, happiness? Pakdo Ishwara go and say that's what I and do upasana. We will see the details as we go. We'll do one more verse today before we go for the next week. Purushassa paraf partha. He says how to get there. Purushassa paraf partha. Bhaktya labhyastvananyaya. Bhaktya labhyastvananyaya. Whole line. Purushassa paraf partha. Bhaktya labhyastvananyaya. Yasyantastani bhutani. Yasyantastani bhutani. Yena sarvamidam tatam. Yena sarvamidam tatam. Whole verse. Purushassa paraf partha. Bhaktya labhyastvananyaya. Yasyantastani bhutani. Yena sarvamidam tatam. This is two. Therefore, and it can also be used as and here. Hey Partha, hey Arjun. Yasya, jis Paramatma. Okay, once you fix that Paramatma as a goal, once you fix Ishvara as a goal, okay, in which is the indweller in all the bhutas. Antasthani bhutani. It is the indweller in all the bhutas. Ishvara in you, Ishvara in animals, Ishvara in plants, Ishvara. The aliveness, the life principle is that Param Ishvara. If you are able to recognize that, okay, and how do you get that? Bhaktya labhya, ananyaya bhaktya labhya. It should be a committed devotion to Ishvara. You have one basic qualification required is bhakti. And when you have that bhakti, what happens? That Paramatma, what does the Paramatma do? Idam sarvam. The entire Srishti that you do see, that Parama Purusha, that Ishvara, if you have bhakti in that Parama Purusha, you will get. And what does that Parama Purusha do here? It is the indweller of all beings. On that Ishvara, I should have Ananya Bhakti. So from Karma Yoga, the teacher brings you to Upasana Bhakti. We have to understand something about Bhakti briefly before we go to the next set of verses. Understand Bhakti. In previous chapter, one of the previous chapter 7, we saw Chaturvidha Bhajante Mam Arti Artharti So if your bhakti is for a man in crisis, you are in crisis, always in crisis. If I have this, I don't have this. I don't have. Hey, Bhagwan, hum kya karenge, kya karenge? You know, majburi ka naam. Fellow keeps crying all the time. It's called an artha bhakta. That's not bhakti. It's helpful. Then is artharthi bhakta. He has a house, now he wants a villa. He has a daughter, he now wants a son. He has got son and daughter, they want grandchildren. And now he wants houses for grandchildren. He wants admission for grandchildren. Somebody is so old, he wants grandchild to get married. Grandchild got married, great grandson should be formed and should perform Kanaka Abhisheka for me. This fellow is called an Artharthi Bhakta, constantly wanting something so that in all that he feels better from inside. There is a third Bhakta who is an inquiring Bhakta. Hey Ishvara, where are you? And that fellow comes and gets an answer. If you are looking for a located Bhakta, a Bhakta in Vaikunta, that means you have concluded that the Ishvara is not here. The Bhakta is looking for Ishvara in Vaikunta, that means oh, yahan locally is not available. Defect in Bhakti. You should grow in maturity to see Ishvara in every living being as life principle. And I'll introduce this briefly and then we'll go. This is called a product. Yeah, it's a product. So, end product. Is there a cost for this paper? Is paper inherent in this product? So the cost is always there in the product. The cost can never be away from the product. So the entire Srishti is Ishvara's manifestation. How can the cause be ever away from the product? How can the Karanam be away from the Karya? That is Bhakti. Are you able to see the presence of Ishvara everywhere? In the form of orders, in the form of laws, in the form of that. There is a psychological order, there is a biological order, there is an ontological order, there is a cosmological order, there is a digestive order system, there is a pranavayu order. Are you able to relate to Ishvara? That is Ananya Bhakti. We will explore further. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय हो स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो We meet again Friday, same time. I've sent the link to you. You can link. And that apart, every day, Monday to Friday, we have a meditation session in the morning. People are welcome to join that. And this is talk number 124. All the previous talks are available in YouTube link. It's available. This link will be also available today, and it will be available in a downloadable format tomorrow. So we request all of you to make Bhagavad Gita a part of your study. If you make Bhagavad Gita a part of your study, one thing will happen. You will get freedom from the sense of smallness, insignificance. You will get freedom from that, and that is moksha. And you will get ananya bhakti, unshakable devotion on Ishvara. Let's meet. May Ishvara be with you. May Shri Krishna be with you. Anybody who wants to ask questions can ask to me through email, which I'll try to answer. Apart from that, once a month, we'll have some kind of a session where we can have a question. Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.